What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, today, I wanted to talk about things that we go through in life, the things that we try to impartake or transfer to other individuals, the things that inevitably they must go through on their own. I want to talk about lessons. So let's get into it. Quote of the day: some lessons are taught, others are learned. Jean Grey. Song of the day: Not Afraid to Die by POD. So before I start, the song is actually called Afraid to Die um, by POD, but it's Not Afraid to Die is the whole premise of it. So I want to put that whole thing in there to make sure we understood the context of that song. Anyway, getting to the quote of the day. If you haven't seen or haven't been watching X-Men 97 on Disney Plus, I highly recommend it. It's a great series. I followed the original anime, or excuse me, the original cartoon from the 90s. Me being born in '87, that was definitely a staple of my childhood. It was a great storytelling then. It's great storytelling now. And this is a quote from the series, and it's such a real quote, such a awesome quote. It's 100% factual. When we have mentors, when we have mentees, people who we want to partake knowledge to, people who we want to help, there are things that we hope to help them avoid. There are things we hope to help them overcome. There are powers, tools, resources, lessons that we hope that we learn the hard way, that we hope to give to them so that they don't have the struggle of the journey that we do. However, being a mentor, being a mentee, you have to understand there are some things that you just can't teach. There are some things that no matter how many lessons you draw out, how many lectures you give, how much time you spent trying to push it into someone's head, into their heart, into their mainframe, into their soul, they just won't get it until they go through it. Because some lessons, they just can't be taught. They have to be learned. And one of those things is people seeing how strong they really are. You can't teach somebody how strong they are. You can help them discover it, you can move them toward it, but you can't teach them. They can learn it by watching you and realizing, man, I have the same strength that he does. I have the same strength that she does. I'm just as powerful as my mentor. They can learn it by reading a book and having an epiphany and saying, wow, I can do that as well if I just apply myself. But you can't teach them. You can't, as much as you would like to, pick up a controller, move them around, and let them see how much power they truly have, how much strength they truly have. You can only guide them to it. I say that to say, do not become frustrated with yourself. Do not become frustrated with your subordinates or your mentees. Do not become frustrated with the process and give up when people just don't seem to get it. Continue the process. You never know which little nugget is going to turn that light bulb on in their head and make them realize I have power to overcome. But if you give up, there's guaranteed that they will never be able to get that inspiration from you. There's been often times, and I don't want to go too long here, but there's been often times where I have sought out to motivate one particular individual, one particular group. I had one target in mind, and I have failed miserably. I go to motivate this person, this entity, this group, this targeted audience. I go to motivate them, and it falls on deaf ears. It almost has the reverse effect. I've posted quotes, sent emails, delivered texts, and gotten jokes back in response, gotten laughs back in response, gotten hate back sometimes in response. But the silver lining, the dawn of the situation comes when I post a public quote, and while many might shit on it, I get a DM, get a personal message from somebody saying thank you. That got me through today. Thank you. That inspired me to try again, and I succeeded. Thank you. I wasn't going to go after that position again, but I went after it this time with more vigor and more valor, and I got it. Thank you. I was thinking about quitting, and I decided to hold on. And the day after that, I saw the fruit of my labor. You never know who you're going to motivate. You never know what's going to be the light or the inspiration, because you can't teach every lesson. Some lessons need to be learned. But I guarantee you, someone out there is going to be inspired by the light that you're putting out. So don't you dare dim your light. Someone out there is needing that power. All right, guys. I hope this message reached you in good energy, and I hope that helps someone out there. I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.